talking about used bikes, and you know, this being a 2008, for me feels really new, but it is actually, you know, almost 10 years old. But it's only got 27,000 kilometers on it, so, you know, it's not even broke in really. I think because they're only ridden in the summer months here, and you know, they're put away in the winter in a garage or something like I do, and you know, they last a long time. Oops, I think I just made a right-hand turn when I wasn't supposed to. I got a ticket there for doing that a couple of years ago, forgot all about it. But I still don't have this throttle thing quite in the right spot. I seem to be throttling when I don't want to. So I'll have to play with that a little bit. But yeah, so, you know, 2008 for me, that's feels pretty new. You know, not spending a lot of money, but still being able to enjoy getting out for a run. So one of the things that's really hard to get used to on this bike is the indicators are on both sides. So you got one for the left, one for the right, and then there's a separate cancellation switch. So I find that a little hard to get used to. People say that when you do get used to it, that it'll be, you know, better than having the single signal. But the cancel switch is in an awkward spot. It's like right where your throttle is, so you're trying to throttle and cancel at the same time. This bike wants to go fast. It's going to be hard to stay away from a ticket on this thing. It just, I got my brother-in-law behind me, and I just want to rip it, and he won't be able to keep up. But it doesn't like going slow. It just sort of, you know, pops and crackles at low speed. But man, if you get a, hopefully we'll have a little spot here I can open it up, but it really just wants to go. You can feel it. I'm already speeding. It's hard not to. So I'm going to try to, there's a few things that I've been trying to get used to on a sport bike, and one of them is, you know, downshifting and blipping the throttle. I've always had, not always, but I've had, the last couple of bikes have been more cruiser style, and never really felt the need to do that, but I'm wanting to learn how to do that, and it's not hard, but it's just a little bit of thinking that has to go into it, and then it'll become second nature. So let's see if we can hear this thing. Oh yeah. Oh. I left Floyd behind, but anyway, it's only 50 kilometers an hour here, so I better keep her down. Yeah, see, I just went over a bump, and the throttle, because my palm is on that throttle helper, or hand wrist helper, it actually kind of pulled me a bit. I have to be careful of that. This is a shame it's only 50 in here. There's a lot of nice homes in here. It's kind of a residential street, but it, you know, this road should be at least 80 kilometers an hour. 50, they just nail you for speeding tickets in through here because people like to go fast through here. But yeah, so I want to try to practice blipping the throttle. This bike is kind of renowned for being a little clunky in the shifting, so I want to get see if I can, you know, try to get a smoother shift. One of the things that that I've been you know, seeing on other videos is to kind of preload the shifter. So put your foot under the shifter lever in preparation to shift. Just put a little bit of pressure on, and then when you do shift, it tends to be a little smoother. So I'm really trying to do that. Flipping the throttle for downshifting, being really smooth with the throttle. which right now I'm not being too smooth with this little paddle on here. So either I'll have to take that off or maybe just use it on long cruises or something. But you know, I've been riding bikes most of my life, really. I guess, you know, I'm 57 now, and I think my first bike I got in my early 20s. But I never ride them as a daily, regular commuter. It's always more of a fun sort of, extracurricular activity. So I'm a weekend warrior. I go out, on a Saturday morning like we are here today, or, a few nights through the week. It's just a fun thing. It's not like I need it to get to work or anything. So that being said, I don't get to ride as often as I'd like, and when you don't ride all the time, you're always a bit rusty. So even though I've been riding bikes for 30 plus years, I still feel new sometimes, and if I haven't been out for a couple of weeks, I got to kind of think about it all over again. It kind of comes naturally. I have no fear, and I definitely know what I'm doing, but you really have to think a little bit, and you have to be careful. It's you're on right now I'm on a pretty powerful machine, and you got to be careful. These are nice twisty roads. It would be nice to kind of really blast through here, but the police kind of scan this road all the time. So yeah, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos recently on motorcycles. I don't know about you, but whenever I get something different, I feel the need to look at everybody else's bike. So, if like this one, it's a 2008, as I said, BMW K1200S, and I want to see other guys' bikes and their videos and stories. So one of the reasons I wanted to do my own is there wasn't that many on there. A couple of really high-end commercials from BMW, and a few guys that were putting them on there, and then a lot that I couldn't understand because it's a different language. But it's just relaxing for me to see what other people are doing and how they like it, and any quirks that they might have. So this bike is new to me. I've only had it a couple of weeks, and it's been in the shop for the last week. I had a 30-day warranty, and I had a couple of things that were kind of bugging me, and I figured I better get that tended to before my warranty expires. So I had some throttle issues. It seemed to kind of when you shift gears and you roll off the throttle to shift to the next one, it didn't seem to totally shut down. Like you'd roll off the throttle and it'll be like you still had throttle, which can be dangerous. So I wanted them to check that out. It could have been driver error, being new to me. I don't think it was. The other thing is it stalled a few times, like for no reason. Like I come to a stop sign and pull in the clutch and it would just shut down. It would be almost like I hit the kill switch, but I didn't hit the kill switch. So that happened like 3 times in 6 rides. So I wanted to check that. Mostly the throttle is like a hesitation, a blurp, 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 kind of a sort of a waffling feel to it. There is an aftermarket exhaust on this, and that probably has something to do with it. It's a nice exhaust, sounds awesome. It's a Two Brothers exhaust. Really sounds nice, but I'm sure it upsets the balance of the idling. So now I forget where the hell we're going down here. I wish Floyd was in front of me right now, because I don't remember where we're supposed to turn in. Anyway, I guess maybe I'll see it up here in a little bit. So anyway, I got the bike back, and all those things we tended to. Some of them they said, you know, were fine, nothing wrong. So maybe that was driver error. They did some sort of a computer reboot, which may have led to some of the throttle problems that I was having. And is this it? Yes. Well, see, I'm hitting the fucking... Trying to put the blinker on, I hit the horn. Alright, we're going to shut her down. Okay, so here's the bike. It's a 2008 BMW K1200S. And I just got this a couple of weeks ago. You know, for a 10-year-old bike, this is a pretty sweet ride. It's got the nice blue and black paint scheme. She's got heated grips. It's got some adjustable clutch and brake lever here. I put this gizmo on to try to relax my hand a little bit. Helps with the numbness. I put this little aftermarket bag on. It's kind of nice just to throw a few things in there that you have nowhere else to put. She's got a Two Brothers exhaust, so it sounds really nice. It's a pretty nice ride. I'd recommend this bike to anyone. It's smooth and fast, and I love it.